I know not what thy father did to him.
Oh, shit. ¡Ostras! Joder, mi vida, tío. Oye. Cuidado. ¡Ah! ¡Socorro! Vale, voy a ayudar a la tía. Coño. Toma ahí, toda la espalda. A la... Ahí, ahí, menos mal, chaval, Bueno, me dio lo de hielo. Ah, la espada esta me tiene que dar calor, ¿no? Os digo yo. Aleja, aleja, aleja. No, 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 no. Levántate, hombre, no te lo escondías. Es que no quiero gastarme el maná en lanzarle bolas de fuego. Cosa que voy a tener que hacer. Chacho, pero es que, tío, la jodida hacha esa solo me rosa. Es que me rosa y me quita todo eso de vida. Un roce. Jodido roso, ¿cómo me puede? Me refiero, a veces sí dices tú, coño, me dio. Pero que otras es que paso al lado de él y te quita vida, ¿sabes? Ve, por eso. Ve. Yo estaba cubierto, pero aún así el hacha ni me tocó. No sé, no parecía que me hiciera nada. Toma. Toma. Toma ahí. Alejados, alejados. Pero a ver, ataque a distancia es de distancia. Aléjate un poco. Bueno, yo estaba a 2,5 kilómetros. Hice un comando ahí. Oh. Ahí. Por si acaso. Dale otra. De mi parte. Creo que subí de nivel.
That was one tough death's head, but it won't command anyone now. Without their general, the dead walkers should leave us alone for a while. But they'll reorganize, so we can't stay here.
You're right, mercenary. Let's use the time to leave. It's now or never if we're going to get to Carabthas. My father and the armies of the Free Nations should be there. If we hurry, we may be able to participate in the mother of all battles and finally push back the Ice Lords.
If thou dost throw thyself into this battle, the only thing that thou wouldst find is thy death, and the only chance thou hast for saving this world will disappear with thee. Their armies will not win. He knows this, but that is not what motivates him. He is seeking his father's approval. He wants to buy the crown by delivering us to his king. He believes we are at his command. But he is mistaken. I only serve and live for the world heart. Thy elven city is closer. I can feel it. Forget these suicidal battles. If thou join with them, thy so-called friends will end up turning against thee out of fear or envy.
Te equivocas. Yo creo que sí.
Sybil would never raise a finger against me. She will back me to the end. The scribe, who is as pretty as she is innocent. Art thou naive? The scribes manipulated thee in the temple and the swamp.
No me fío de ti, hermano.
But thou placest thy trust in their leader's daughter? Their leader, who whose killer thou doth protect. Thou hast no more choice. Thou must hasten to the world heart and purify it. It is thine only chance. Do combat there, and if thou art not slain, at least one of thy companions, if not all of them, will betray thee to try to control or study the power I bring thee.
Vulcan? Vulcan? You were far away.
Yes, it happens sometimes.
You have to make a decision soon. Will you join us in the battle at Caralthas?
I don't know yet.
I understand. It's been a long day. I'll let you think it over.
Anda, tú no podías haber llegado antes. Anda, ella es buena gente. No me va a traicionar. Confío en ella. A ver. No quiero seguir aumentando. Es que quiero chetarme aquí. Vale, entonces ahora tengo que decidir si voy o no voy. Espera, voy a hablar con la gente a ver.
Arundel wants me to go with him to Caralthas. What do you think?
You should go with him. Caralthas is our only hope for now, and the prince seems like a good man. We would be safer there. Both the human and elven armies are gathered there, and I believe you may find some answers there also. The elven sages are some of the wisest people on Vertial. If anyone can figure out what has happened to you, they can.
It's pretty obvious what happened to me. A demon has somehow gotten into my head, and now I gotta live with it.
And this does not worry you?
Yeah, it's starting to scare me.
I can imagine. These new powers come at a price, and I fear that you, Vulcan, your very self, may be the price that has to be paid. You must go to Caralthas so they can examine you. I believe you must find a way to control this thing, or even rid yourself of it before it's too late.
Sabias palabras. Vamos a ver qué dice el que no campea.
Do you think we should listen to Prince Arundel and go with him to Caralthas?
Bueno, ¿qué va a decir?
The great elven army and what is left of the human army in this part of Vertial are now gathering at Caralthas. Separately, none of these troops stood a chance. But united, reinforcements from the Freeborn Blades and Red Scribes will help. And so will you, from what I've seen. And even if I don't approve of all the strategic choices made by my sovereign these last few years, I think he'll rise to the occasion now that he can no longer... He knows the lands around Caralthas perfectly, so I'm sure he will bring the battle onto Ter... And since you're curious to know more about what happened to you, my people's scholars are famous. They can surely help you.
You've got it all figured out.
I believe we can manage to hold the Deadwalker army back this time, though it's a bit early to start celebrating.
Tío, es imposible rechazar a esa gente. Matarán a los nuestros y los nuestros se levantarán contra nosotros.
Do you think we ought to follow the prince to Caralthas?
If you want to get to the World Heart, we'll need to go by there. But the prince's company seems both unnecessary and dangerous. Believe me, I know his type all too well. Invested with a mission, he is soon overwhelmed by, probably named by some obscure prophecy. In the name of his family, or because of an idealized vision of his future duties as sovereign, he will give his all. Chasing after glory and honor, unprepared and unprotected, he will only lead.
Seeing the shit we're in, I don't think he's doing it just for the glory. He's got an interest in having everybody.
And in making it look like everyone has survived entirely due to his talents, and not those of a mercenary who can... Do you really believe he wants you around just because he enjoys your company? Not to mention the increasing threat implied by our friends dressed all in red.
What do you suggest we do?
When we get to Caralthas, we better give them the slip and head to Blackfrost's domain.
Why should we go down there?
Because those lands are positioned quite close to the city of the elves, and like all the lands of the Ice Lords, it's a point of entry into the World Heart.
Pues vamos.
There you are at last. So, have you made your decision?
Voy a decirle esto a ver qué dice.
We will go together to Caravdas, but once there our paths must part. I have to find the World Heart and purify it.
I hope that you will change your mind on the way. We will need you.
Vale, perfecto.
It is but a stage.
Venga, ya.
It's not enough.
It is a stage. To move in haste would risk incinerating this body, and that is not what we want. Why think thee that the necromancers use their ritual spears to suck the lifeblood from the World Heart? Why think thee is't that not one among them can control the flame? They can but use the energy of the World Heart. We hold its power, the flame.
Yes. See what good it did them? Now that I am revealed, the sorcerers will covet this power.
As do thy supposed allies. Thou shouldst be aware of them, and their weakness. Let nothing stop thee from berserk.
Perhaps it is time I took things in hand.
Vulcan, have you seen something?
They use thee.
Are you coming, Vulcan? Your captain will be wondering where we are.
Huh? Yes, of course. Let's go.
There you are, sire. Right. Change of plan. Seeing how cold it is, it will come as no surprise to you to learn that the dead walkers have already been here. They're still close.
We must rejoin my father's army as swiftly as we may.
I think we already found them. Take a look around us.
There are survivors. Apparently they are camped not far from here. This soldier will lead us to them.
Prince Arundel, my lord, can it be you?
Soldier, what happened here?
The Deadwalkers took us by surprise. The cold and the ice. We stood no chance.
My father! Where is the king?
I know not, your highness. But a few of us were able to escape. Lord Commander Valen has been...
Valen is here! Take us to his camp.
By your leave. Follow me, my lord.
My prince, we had lost all hope of seeing you return safe. We have no...
Bastion is lost, Valen. We came into this war too late. The General of the Alliance gave his life that I should escape with Relmar.
The deserter. What business did he have at Bastion?
The deserter was fighting, while you and your wondrous army waited, warm and safe, sat upon their asses.
Silence! Both of you! Relmar saved my life, Valen. For now, you will consider him pardoned.
By your will, my lord. And I see...
In truth, they are escorting the Red Scribes. But their presence is our good fortune. They have already once put the dead walkers to rout in the marshes. This man slew one of their generals before my very eyes. I will tell you more of this later. Now I must speak with my father. Where is he?
No one knows, my prince. The king was still in the royal palace when the river Estelduin fell upon the city.
The river? What happened?
'Twas like a great wave that froze all that it touched. We had seen the approach of the Deadwalkers' vanguard 4 days before, and we had raised care. Not even the sight of 10 juggernauts would have feared us. But we never dreamt that an Ice Lord... He walked calmly to within an arrow's flight of the gates, never once speaking. And then, the river rose up from its bed. We understood our peril too late. Near all of our soldiers stood atop the ramparts or in the streets when the ice cloud fell. All were frozen. That was his signal to launch their assault, but we were already vanquished.
We must find the king!
I know, my prince, but every entry to the city is guarded, and we cannot risk being
You'll travel 200 paces if we do not first slay the sentinels close to the encampment. Only then will we be able to attempt to enter the city and save your father.
I'm sorry, but you'll be going without the freeborn blades. Our mission here is completed. We will only be able to go on a reconnaissance mission. I had men in Carlthas. If they're still alive, I must do all I can to get them out. But if it's confirmed that they're dead, my company are leaving. The Red Scribes have been delivered to Carlthas.
We are only delivered outside the city gates of Carlthas, Captain. The gold that we owe you lies inside its walls.
We have brought you as close as is possible. I will not send my men to their slaughter. You are in the hands of the Elven army now, Liestas, as was promised. The fact that you failed in your mission is not my problem. You can keep your god's damn gold. There's nowhere left in this cursed region to spend it anyhow.
That is regrettable, Captain. Your experience would have been a boon to us. I can only hope you will reconsider your decision.
Some of my soldiers tell me that the Deadwalkers have taken prisoners. Perhaps your own men are amongst...
Vulcan, we'll make camp close to the south gate. You go and question those lads. With a little luck, one of them might have seen something.
Understood, Captain.
Wait! Wait! There are many powerful creatures around us.
How powerful?
One of them feels too strong, even for you. The others are less able to resist you. You should start with the weaker ones and absorb their energy before taking on the big one. Do you think you can handle it?
I'll let you know after I've tried.